Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Psychology Class for All. Today I will discuss third measure of central tendency, the mode. So, what is the mode? For this, we will see definition of mode given by some experts of this field. Sir Garrett has defined the mode in his book Statistics in Psychology and Education as the mode is the value that occurs most frequently in a distribution. It is the most typical or most popular value. Sir Guilford has defined mode in his book Fundamental Statistics in Psychology and Education as the mode is the score or value occurs most frequently. In a frequency distribution, it is the highest point or the peak of the curve. So on the basis of these definitions, it can be concluded as the mode is the value that occurs most frequently in a dataset. It is a measure of central tendency used to define or identify the most common or popular item. In psychology, the mode is particularly useful when analyzing categorical or nominal data. For example, categorical or nominal data, an example can be taken as most common diagnosis or any preferred therapy, etc. So now about characteristics of the mode. It can be used for all types of data, including nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Multiple modes of the modes may exist. There are four types of modes. First is no mode. I have written the example as 1, 2, 3, 4. So all values occur equally. None of the value is getting repeated. Second is unimodal, having only one mode. Third is bimodal, where two modes are available. In this example, 2 has got repeated and 3 is also repeated. So it has two modes. Multimodal, where more than two modes are available. So mode is the only measure of central tendency that is meaningful for nominal data. Now calculation of mode for ungrouped data. Steps to find the mode from ungrouped data are: at first, tally the frequency of each values, then identify the value with the highest frequency. So this is the simplest one. Now we'll understand this with an example. There is a raw data having 2, 3 times 4, 2 times 5, 2 times 7 and 9. So now I have written a frequency count against each score. So 2 is for one time, 4 has got repeated for 3 times, 5 has got repeated for 2 times, 7 again is there 2 times, 9 is again for one time. So here mode is 4 because it occurs 3 times. Now mode calculation for group data, that is from class interval. There is a concept of crude mode and true mode that came into play when analyzing the group data. The crude mode is the midpoint of the class interval that has the highest frequency in a frequency distribution. It is a rough or initial estimate of the model class and is identified without any formula. Second is true mode, or you can say it is a precise mode, and it is more accurate estimate of the central value where the mode lies. It is calculated by using a formula to adjust for frequencies in neighboring classes. So for true mode calculation, there is a formula. Mode is equal to L plus Fm divided Fm1 divided by Fm1 plus Fm2 into H, where L stands for the lower boundary or lower limit of the model class. F1 or Fm1 stands for the frequency of class before model class. F2 or Fm2 frequency of class after the model class. H or I, that stands for the size or width of class interval. Now the steps to calculate mode from group data. We need to identify the model class, the class that is having the highest frequency, then using the formula to calculate the mode. Now we'll understand this with an example. This is an example of class interval and frequency. Given here, L is equal to 20 because the highest frequency class interval is 20 to 30. So the lower boundary of the class interval 20 to 30 will be taken as L, that is 20. Fm1, that is 10. So before the model class the value is Fm10. Fm2, that is after the model class, frequency after the model class, that is 8. In H, there is a size of class interval is 10. So now putting all values against the formula, the outcome is 25.5. So this is the mode 25.5. Now about properties of the mode. There are some features that is known as properties. So frequency, based on frequency, yes, mode is based on frequency. Mode is insensitive to outliers. It is applicable to nominal data as well. Mode does not uses all data values, and for mathematical formula it has limited applicability. Some real life example of mode in psychology. The most common diagnosis in a population, example like depression or anxiety. The most preferred interventions like CBT or DBT. These are the examples. Most frequent responses in a Likert scale survey, that is agree. Most a mode score on an emotional intelligence test. Now about advantages of the mode. Only average usable for nominal data. This is the advantage. For example, favorite therapy technique. It's simple to identify in ungrouped data. It's not affected by extreme scores. It helps in identifying typical responses in psychological tests. Now about some disadvantages of the mode. It's not always unique, that is bimodal, multimodal, and two more. It's unstable in small data sets. It's not algebraically tractable. That means limited use in advanced statistics is there. May not exist. Sometimes no mode type would be available, like all values have the same frequency. Now about comparison between mean, median and mode. We'll take an example of this. table to understand. First column reflects about the features of mean, median and mode, and there is a comparison like which one uses all values. Then mean uses all values, neither median nor mode. Sensitive to outliers, yes, mean is sensitive to outliers, but median and mode is not sensitive to outliers. Nominal data use. Mean and median do not use nominal data, but mode uses the nominal data. Uniqueness. Uniqueness is with mean and median, but not with the mode. So in this video, I have discussed about mode as third measure of central tendency. In the next video, I will talk about central tendency measures in normal and skewed distributions and effects of linear transformations on measures of central tendency. Till then, keep watching and do not forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you.